Parahita or caring for others. In the Vibhishana Geeta, Parahita is the fourth horse which pulls the chariot. This quality is very important as it forms one of the bases of being humane or a real human. One of the qualities of humanity is caring for others. A humane person is the one who thinks about what the other person is going through and acts accordingly. There are many examples of how we care for others. First is grammar. Fundamental rules in grammar say that we must say Rohan and I went to play and not I and Rohan went to play. Here we have to put the other person before us. This is a silent example. It's not much relevant to the topic, but it's still very close to the topic. Being a leader. If you have ever been a leader in school, then you know that it is not an easy job. This is because before yourself, you must put the entire crowd that you lead. Often you have to sacrifice classes due to your responsibilities of being part time parents to the younger kids. But it shows that you can put others before you and your own needs. Our parents. Our parents are our first gurus, and they teach us not only how to live life the right way, but they also sacrifice so much just so we have a comfortable and nice childhood. They care very little for themselves and focus only on their children. They teach us why things are good and why some other things are bad. So, our parents are a prime example of caring for others. Your friend. If there is a friend who has an exam tomorrow and he has some doubts in the concepts, then you should help that friend in whatever way you can. To show you care, you should help. Now, a small story. Sadhu Sundar Singh was once traveling across the Himalayas with his companion. It was winter and a severe blizzard was raging. The conditions were indeed very trying. As they trudged ahead, they saw a man lying still by the narrow mountain path. To all appearances, he seemed to have been frozen lifeless in the lonely terrain. The sadhu stopped to revive him and to offer whatever help he could, but his companion was adamant that they should move on. It's no use, he is past reviving. If you stop to help him, you will be in trouble too, for it is suicidal to stop anywhere in this weather. We must move ahead so we can reach the next village before it is dark. But the sadhu did not have the heart to leave the dying man to his fate. Resolutely, he began to rub and chafe the man's hands and feet, hoping to give some warmth to his cold limbs. His companion was so annoyed that he walked away from there without even looking back. 10 minutes of vigorous rubbing did nothing for the stranger, but Sadhu Sundar Singh lifted the man on his back and began to trudge painfully through the falling snow. The warmth of the exercise increased the body temperature of the sadhu and this gradually revived the stranger. The strain of carrying the man also helped the sadhu withstand the cold. It was mutual now. After a couple of miles, they saw another frozen, lifeless body. It was the sadhu's companion who had frozen to death in the cold. If he had helped and cared for the man, he wouldn't have been in this state. So, the moral such is the power of caring for others. If we care, help, give, we will get back 10 times what we put in. If you don't care for others' welfare and be selfish, you will lose a lot. So, be a caring person like the sadhu who survived the blizzard because he cared. Thank
Very wonderful story also. I don't know from where he found this story. I never heard of this story before. But Parahita is such an important thing. What Aditya tried explaining. All of us know that in the Krishna avatar stories, how this naughty Krishna used to go everywhere and with his company of friends, he used to go form a human pyramid and then steal butter, right? But many few know that when he used to steal butter and he was on the top, who used to get and reach the butter? Krishna only, right? Because he used to be on the top. Everyone else used to help him form the pyramid. And but every time Krishna went with his friends, he used to always first give the butter to his friends, and the last he would have it, right? So Parahita is there. Parata is about thinking others first. Just like he said, our parents, when they get something, they always think for the kids first, isn't it? And in this Corona times and in times earlier also, we have seen that when we have very little, our parents, our elders would want that share first to be given to us. They may have slept sometimes without food, but been happy and contented that my children have eaten and they're happy with that, right? So there are so many around us who are thinking about us first. So it is our duty also to think about them first. You know, there was a particular person who I remember, who wherever he went and gave any speech, he used to always first think about those people who could not make or who could not attend that speech because of so many reasons, right? Some may not have been sick, some may would have been sick, or some may would have not found the right time. So he used to always pray for them first, saying, let us all pray for those people who could not attend this program today, and then I thank all of you all who attended this program. So thinking of them first, then everyone. So even in our army, country first, family later, and yourself the last. Okay, when you have that kind of an attitude that you think of yourself last least, and in fact when you look at the society, you are also benefited, right? When I have free water and I waste it because I have water, but when I think that the same water, if I misuse or use without need, it is going to eventually waste water, and in few days all of us will stop getting water because of my one wrong deed. I wasted water. Why? Because it's my water tap. I want to use it, and in spite of I didn't need it, I kept putting on the tap, wasted it. And now the crisis is that because of your wrong deed, in summers now nobody has water, including you. So we face that problem also, right? But when we think others about others, we also get benefited in that because we're thinking of the society in large, right? Okay, thank you so much, Aditya. Nice, wonderful.